Are you ready for a good time? Are you ready for a good time? Alrighty. Welcome to Friday Night SmackDown, and there he is, the Viper, the United States Champion. Well, I can tell the Australians are doing well in the Olympics because I can hear my dad and my brother carry on. Hello, Sean. Oh, well, at least in Randy's promo, he's actually talking about being the champion, so at least this actually makes a lot of sense. Randy Orton, the United States Champion, will have another open challenge in our main event. I am very curious to find out who is going to accept his challenge this time. Well, it was AJ Styles who took his challenge last week. And it's time for our first matchup. And our first matchup is a women's tag team matchup. It'll be Becky Lynch and Peyton Royce taking on Billie Kay and Emma Dashwood. These ladies were looking to build some momentum. Nice stretch. I needed that nice stretch. I need to stretch my bones every now and then. Oh, make sure you exercise. Make sure you exercise. But anyway, we are live in the Macronon Stadium in Gold Coast, Australia. And speaking of the Gold Coast, a lot of the wrestlers earlier today took it to the streets of Gold Coast and went to the theme parks of Gold Coast. Yeah. They were. A lot of the wrestlers were bored and they wanted to know what were some great places to go. And Patrick. I wouldn't know. It's hard. I wouldn't know, but they're still representing Australia. But anyway, here comes the SmackDown Women's Champion Becky Lynch. Yes, as we were saying, Becky Lynch, the SmackDown Women's Champion, Seth Rollins, Aleister Black, Alexa Bliss, Nia Jax, and so many other SmackDown superstars took it to the streets of Gold Coast and went to the theme parks of Warner Brothers Movie World, the SeaWorld, and Dream World. Yeah, there was a massive there. Many photos of their trip will be going up live on WWE.com, so make sure you check that out. And there's our SmackDown Women's Champion, the bad lass, Becky Lynch. These fans giving her the thumbs down, and she doesn't give a damn. And here comes her partner, the woman that she beat to win the SmackDown Women's Championship from. And from the Sydney Australian, Peyton Royce. Peyton Royce wants to rid Billie Kay out of her life forever. It will be in Melbourne, Australia in Super Showdown. Peyton Royce will battle Billie Kay in a loser leaves SmackDown match. Yeah, Peyton Royce has said that she's had enough of seeing of Billie Kay, and now she wants to get her out of her life forever. And Peyton said it best, there's only room for only one of them on SmackDown, so that's why it is a loser leaves town match. And here comes the Femme Fatale, Billie Kay. Man, listen to this reaction. Man, listen to this reaction for Billie Kay. The people of Australia love Billie Kay. Yeah, the Gold Coast fans didn't give Peyton Royce really a positive reaction either. The Femme Fatale, Billie Kay. This is going to be an excellent and exciting matchup. I did the live stream late. Well, you know, I've been busy. I need to remember to update their trons, but hey, I never really do it because I'm lazy. I am lazy because I keep forgetting. But you guys probably don't give a shit about that. It's just a video. Here comes Emma Dashwood, the woman that'll be challenging Becky Lynch for the title in Melbourne, Australia for the SmackDown Women's Championship. The people of Gold Coast are in for a treat. This is the first time ever in the history of the Macronom Stadium here in the Gold Coast they are getting a live wrestling show. Yeah, this place of Macronom Stadium is normally very well known for its football games of the AFL football team, the Gold Coast Suns. That is the main purpose of this stadium, but for the first time ever, it'll be contested in a wrestling ring. Ah, she's from Tasmania. I guess she had to look that up. But also, that's cool. Becky Lynch starting things off here with Billie Kay. Oh, back and forth reversals. Back and forth reversals here, Billie Kay. And there's the tag, and now here comes Emma. Oh, Becky Lynch, the SmackDown Women's Champion, is in trouble here. Oh man. Normally Seth Rollins is out here supporting Becky Lynch, but Becky Lynch told Seth that she would like to, she wants to handle things on her own. They will continue to spread the vision. They will continue to spread their vision, but they agreed to work on their own. Yeah, they will continue to spread their vision across their, across their divisions, and now the advantage goes to Becky and Peyton. Emma with a reversal. Peyton Royce Reverses out of it. Peyton up top. Oh, went for a crossbody, but gets caught in midair. Oh, into a slam. I don't know. Why would I know? Why would I know what Dakota is going to say? I'm not watching NXT. God, from what Michael tells me, it's a load of horse shit. And Billie Kay, crossbody to her former best friend. Crossbody to her former best friend. And now Peyton Royce is in serious trouble. And Michael had the perfect name for Hit Row. He called them Shit Row. Yes, I actually agree. They are shit. Shit Row. Shit Row, Shit Row, Shit Row. Oh, that sounds great. That actually sounds really fun. That actually sounds really fun to say. Oh, man. Doesn't change the fact they're shit. Oh, Becky Lynch doesn't seem to be very impressed with Peyton Royce right now. Oh, no, she doesn't. Oh, look at this. Interesting pin by Billie Kay. Oh, man. A very interesting pin indeed. Very interesting pin indeed. Oh, man. The shades of Kay. That didn't make sense. That looked very illogical. The shades of Kay, but Becky Lynch comes in. Saving her partner. Becky Lynch cleaning house. Becky Lynch just cleaned house there. Peyton Royce trying to deliver a cheap shot. Oh, nice reversal. And oh my God, she went for the Peyton's peak. My God, Becky Lynch just helped Peyton Royce get back in the match, and that's what Peyton does. And now Billie Kay. Oh, with the brainbuster. Becky Lynch looks disappointed. Becky Lynch looks very disappointed. Peyton Royce getting up to her feet. Peyton Royce is just... Oh, what a clothesline. She had to get her out of that animation. She was just sitting there. Oh, wait a second. And, oh, DDT right on the floor. Peyton Royce with a DDT on the floor. There's the tag, and now here comes the bad lass. Becky Lynch now finally entering the fray. Becky Lynch just pretty much wants to do this herself, considering Peyton isn't doing a good job. And look at Becky. Single. Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I was about to say single-handedly gets back in the match, and the man handle slam to Billie Kay. Oh, and Becky Lynch punches Emma off the apron. Oh, and Billie Kay kicking at it too. Wow, that was lucky. I'm not sure what part of Australia that would be in. It really depends if I've been in that part of Australia or if I know where that is. If I know where that is, then I would know. And Emma tagging herself in. And now Becky Lynch, she is on fire! The champion! You see, the champ has single-handedly turned the tide. It's in Queensland. I think I've only been to Queensland like once, and that was like in the Gold Coast area. And Emma with a reversal. Oh, whoa, look at this! Oh, the Emma lock! The Emma lock! The Emma lock! Locked in! The Emma lock locked in on Becky! And Becky Lynch is tapping out! Wow, Becky Lynch has tapped out! Emma has just tapped out the SmackDown Women's Champion! Wow! Emma submits the SmackDown Women's Champion. And what a message! Yeah, what a message sent! Emma tapping out the SmackDown Women's Champion. If that happens Sunday, we'll have a new SmackDown Women's Champion. Wow. Because Queensland, for Queensland, Gold Coast and Brisbane are two of the places in Queensland. So, if you go to Queensland, you're either going to either Gold Coast or Brisbane. Like, those are the two big places of Queensland. Those are like the two big places of Queensland. So, they're the most popular places, Brisbane and Gold Coast. So I wouldn't know how popular Redcliffe would be. But anyway, here we go. It's time for some more wrestling. The great liberator, Sami Zayn. Well, he ain't really called that anymore, but Sami Zayn. Set for singles action against Bobby Roode. We haven't seen a whole lot of Bobby Roode, but Sami Zayn getting a very positive reaction here by the WWE Universe. Sami Zayn finally is snapped out of his crazy delusions that there's been a conspiracy against him. He's now snapped out of that whole nonsense. The Sami Zayn that lost to Finn Balor. Yes, that's Sami Zayn. The great liberator. Hello, Myra. There he is, the glorious Robert Roode. He is indeed glorious. The most glorious man on the SmackDown roster. He hasn't been on SmackDown as of late. He had a reunion with it was while Roode was having his time off. He went down to he went down to Impact and reunited with his best friend James Storm. Yeah, he had a nice reunion with James Storm from Impact during his break, and now he is back and ready for action. Yeah, Roode had a nice reunion with his friend, and here we go. hopefully, since Rude and Ziggler are both going for the Intercontinental title, hopefully this means if either one of them try to win the title, they're going to have problems. Because you know what it's like when tag teams compete for singles titles. One person's about to win the title, then the other guy pulls them off, and the other guy pulls them off, and then they start arguing and all that. So, you know, that would be that would be awesome if that happened. The Dirty Dogs. Yeah, the Dirty Dogs. That's what they're called, the Dirty Dogs. Oh, because they're veterans, that's why they called them that. Oh, they're Dirty Dogs because they're veterans. So what does that make Carmella? A dirty woman? A dirty cat? And oh, the double knees by Rude. You don't see Rude go high often. A dirty woman. well, that seems to what they call veterans, or especially if they're heels. I find it stupid they don't call Sasha Banks a veteran, even though she's been around since 2012. They've never called her a veteran once. She's been around since 2012. She's been there longer than Carmella. She's been there longer than Carmella. She's been in WWE longer than Carmella, so I don't know how they consider Carmella a veteran. Bayley being called a veteran makes sense. Bayley being called one makes the most sense because she's accomplished a lot. But Sasha not being called one, I think is kind of stupid. She's been there since 2012 and they don't even consider her a veteran in WWE. Glorious spinebuster and Sami Zayn kicking out. Sami Zayn showing that heart and resiliency. Zayn retaliates. Down goes Rude. Two fan favorites going at it here. Yeah, two big fan favorites, Rude and Zayn. Wait a minute, what's Sami Zayn doing here? Oh my god. Oh man, Sami Zayn! What a vicious DDT! Sami Zayn with a vicious DDT on the floor. Rude has got to be out of it. And if I was Sami Zayn, I want to finish this. Oh, wait a minute, Rude's up! Oh, glorious DDT on the floor! Sami Zayn just got a glorious DDT on the floor, and he goes flying right into the steps. I'm surprised they don't call Charlotte a veteran either. Yeah, I'm surprised they don't call her one either, considering she's been there around about the same time as Sasha. Oh, referee's at a count of 7. Sami Zayn makes it back inside the ring. And now Zayn with the Kuji clutch. Oh, the submission locked in. The Kuji clutch locked in by Sami Zayn. The submission's in. And Rude breaks free. And Rude breaks free. Rude now rolls through. Rude, handful of tights. Rude with a hell, man. Rude had a handful of tights there. Oh, wait a minute. Rude once again. Rolls up Zayn. Handfuls of... Oh, man. Again, almost put his hands on the tights there. Sami Zayn now with an Irish whip. Drop kick into the corner. Oh! Reversal, and now Rude. Glorious DDT to Sami Zayn. And Bobby Roode scores the win. The veteran Bobby Roode gets a massive win here on SmackDown. What a way to come back. What a way to come back to SmackDown with a glorious victory over Sami Zayn. I don't know what you're talking about, Armin. It's called the Kuji Clutch. Carmella's is called the Code of Silence. Saw that Angel Garza was confirmed for 2K22. Well, it makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. In Australia, Jon Moxley and Seth Rollins will settle the score. I look forward to Jon Moxley and Seth Rollins looking to put an end to their rivalry. Jon Moxley has challenged Seth Rollins to an asylum match. I mean, if I was allowed barbed wire and flaming tables, I would definitely say a death match. But you know that stuff ain't allowed, especially in this game. Well, coming up next, this bitter rivalry continues, and this bitter rivalry continues on. Alexa Bliss. It was Nia Jax last week who scored a controversial pinfall victory over Paige last week when Paige had her hand on the rope and the referee didn't see it and rewarded the victory to Nia. But however, now it's Alexa Bliss and Paige that'll be squaring off in singles action. Yes, it'll be Paige and Liv Morgan versus Alexa Bliss and Nia Jax at the Super Showdown in a tag team match. That'll be very exciting. And this rivalry between these two has become very personal, especially on the live events where Paige is still stuck in the past over what happened at WrestleMania this year. And here comes Paige. The new Absolution is what they dub themselves as. Paige says that they will run rough, they will wreak havoc on SmackDown. Yeah, Paige has got Liv Morgan and Shotzi Blackheart under her wing. Paige claims that Liv Morgan and Shotzi Blackheart are two talented women that Alexa Bliss held back. And that's why they have all bonded together to form this new group. I want to ask you, how does it make sense if Piper and Eva get a women's title shot for Raw, where Shotzi and Tegan won twice? I know what you mean. I think I do find that pretty stupid. That Shotzi and Tegan beat the champions twice, but Eva and Piper get an opportunity. Yes, Natalya was legit injured on Raw, and there they are, the Irresistibles. They were called the Irresistible Bliss, but the Bliss has been taken out and just been called the Irresistibles. So here we go, Alexa Bliss and Paige to do battle here. Paige still wants payback and revenge on Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss with a roll up. Oh, Alexa Bliss with a slap right to the face. Yes, Natalya was legit injured. She twisted her knee. Natalya posted an image. She posted an image of it. So yeah, she is legit injured. And yes, she will stay home. And yes, she won't be like The Miz. She will stay home. Considering you have an issue with someone who is injured in a wheelchair popping up at shows. Yes, I agree. They should be stripped. If Natalya is injured, I agree. They should be stripped of the titles. And by the way, speaking of people that are injured and should be stripped of their titles, I looked up that Britt Baker, who is the AEW Women's Champion, by the way, I looked it up that she's got a broken wrist. And, oh man, Alexa almost stole the win there. Yeah, I looked it up and apparently she's got a broken wrist. So I don't know how she's still the champion. But a few of my friends think that it's not that serious. Some people have told me that they think, oh, it's not really all that bad, or it's not that serious of an injury. That's why she's still allowed on TV. It's not, that bad that she has to stay off TV. But yes, I did look it up and apparently she's got a broken wrist. Oh, Paige is starting to feel it. Paige is starting to dominate Alexa Bliss. Paige has openly admitted that she loves beating up Alexa Bliss. Paige Turner. And a kick out by Bliss. Yeah, definitely. I mean, look at how long Chelsea Green was out for if it's not good to wrestle with a broken hand. Yes, I definitely agree. I still do think Britt Baker should not be there. I do think Britt Baker should, just stay home, despite. Even if it's not that serious, I think she should still stay home. Because if she goes out there and performs with a broken wrist, it'll get worse. Mandy's new team of Gigi Dolan and some other chick, yeah, I'm all for it. It's different. Oh, wait a second. Paige looking to end it here with the PTO. Oh, Alexa Bliss doesn't want to be in this position. No, she doesn't. Oh, the PTO. The PTO locked in on Bliss. Is Bliss going to tap? Oh, Bliss was so close to tapping there. You could see it. She was thinking about it. You could see she was thinking about it. Oh, man, dropping Paige on her head. She just dropped Paige on her head with that twisted DDT. And look at Liv Morgan getting up. And now look at Paige. Paige and Liv Morgan assisting Paige. Fisherman suplex. Oh, and Bliss just kicked out. Oh man, Liv Morgan just assisted Paige. It looked like it was very much over for Paige after that twisted DDT. And now Paige going back into the PTO, back into the PTO. And Alexa Bliss is tapping out. Wow, Alexa Bliss has tapped out. Alexa Bliss has no choice but to tap out. Paige has finally defeated Alexa Bliss. They keep saying Sheamus is injured. I think he got surgery and is wearing a mask until his nose heals. So is he injured? Well, Sheamus is wrestling, so I'd probably say no. So I'd probably say no, he's not injured. But again, as I said, it's probably not that serious, and that's probably why they're having him wrestle. This guy and his daughter are used to chat with told me the Young Bucks are flipper kicker divers and they got angry at me. That's how smarks get like. I agree. I actually agree with you. I do believe that the Young Bucks are just nothing more than flipper kicker divers because they're not really that entertaining. They're not that good. They rely too much on their dives. They rely too much on diving and flipping and flip-flopping all over the place. They're a lot like Ricochet. They're a lot like Ricochet. And even MSK, they're a lot like those teams. They're a lot like MSK. So yeah, I can definitely agree with your point there, Clark. And here we go. It is AJ Styles going one-on-one with the visionary Seth Rollins. And what a vignette. Lots of hardcore AEW fans are smarks. And a lot of them think CM Punk has official. And many things CM Punk has. Apparently, to those fans, it is a 100% done deal. CM Punk is in AEW. I don't understand how confident these people are. It's like they read these reports and they ultimately think it's all true. I'll laugh if CM Punk doesn't even show up. They get their hopes up all for nothing. I don't believe CM Punk or Daniel Bryan until it's confirmed. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't believe what you read on the internet. Aleister Black said it himself. Don't believe the dirt sheets. AJ Styles is slowly transitioning back into a fan favorite. And what a... And that vignette for the debuting Mandy Leon is going to be exciting. We don't know what brand she's going to be on. Yeah, the exotic goddess Mandy Leon is arriving to WWE, but it's yet to be confirmed what brand she'll be arriving on, which is why the vignette was playing here on SmackDown. Even though I listen to JD, I don't believe him either. You shouldn't believe anyone. You shouldn't believe anyone. Like they just think that they say it just to make you believe it's real. JD's a flog. And just as everybody else are flogs. Everyone who believes that CM Punk and Bryan are 100% locked in to AEW, they are flogs, and they're getting their hopes up. Seth Rollins, the visionary, he approached AJ Styles. He told him, he said, "Hey, you know, my beautiful wife is a champion now, and all she had to do was embrace my vision. You failed to win a title, and I could help you and Omos if you embrace the vision." And Styles and Omos basically told Styles, to take his vision and shove it up his behind. And they basically told him to take his vision and shove it up his behind. And look, and here we go. Yeah, AEW isn't the always go here. Because people nowadays think, if you're mistreated in WWE, just come to AEW. Just come to AEW. AEW will fix you. Maybe he was okay with the character. Well, look at Seth Rollins. Oh man, about to take the win there. Seth Rollins starting to build momentum here against AJ Styles. One thing I hate about social media is famous people's deaths get way too much addressed. Yeah, did you see that one wrestling fan that tweeted about Eddie Guerrero? I saw that. I didn't say anything about it, but did you guys see that guy's tweet about Eddie Guerrero? Some guy said that Eddie Guerrero is a B+ player and people only rate him so high because he's dead. And like, obviously I didn't say anything about it, but I'm just thinking, what kind of moron would say that? I'm like, what kind of moron would say that? Like, really? Oh, phenomenal forearm to the outside. And I think that's a bit ridiculous. Oh man, AJ just landed right on his head. Yeah, exactly. If it wasn't for Eddie Guerrero, people like Peyton Royce and Sasha Banks would not be wrestlers. Because Peyton Royce grew up idolizing Eddie Guerrero, and so did Sasha. If it wasn't for him, Sasha and Peyton would have never found their love for wrestling. Seth Rollins now in control of AJ Styles. Yeah. In control of AJ Styles. AJ Styles landed on his head when he went for a high-risk move. Omos now getting on the apron. Referee telling Omos to get down. Omos looking a bit concerned for Styles. Look at Styles fight back. The phenomenal one starting to fight back. And Omos looking to distract. And Rey Mysterio's and most luchadors. Yeah, and the curve stomp. Seth Rollins with the Vision Stomp. And Seth Rollins takes the win. Just like the fans think that Bret Hart is overrated, once he passes away, people will think he's overrated. Will then think he's one of the greatest of all time. Exactly, I can agree with that. Like, I can definitely agree there. Seth Rollins takes the win over AJ Styles. The Visionary takes the win here over AJ Styles. Why should we respect Edge when all he's done is come back and take opportunities? He came back, won the 2021 Royal Rumble, which he never should have won. Gets a Universal title match at WrestleMania. Then has a bitch about, oh, I didn't get my fair one-on-one rematch. Then he has a bitch about it. Then he has a bitch about getting. Then he throws a fit because he didn't get a one-on-one match. And then he loses to Roman Reigns and gets another Universal title shot. Like, the guy Edge is just like Goldberg. Comes back, gets a title shot. Not because he deserves it, it's because he's a legend. You get a title shot because you're a legend. That's why. I hear you, man. I hear you, man. I feel that way too. Like, I just wish we could all just enjoy wrestling. But nowadays, it's just everybody just has to complain about everything. And, oh, look at this. Ooh, Johnny Gargano claims he's an A++ player. Yeah, people think it's all about ratings. And I said this in, I believe it was my Raw review when I said this. I said wins and losses don't matter in WWE. Because, like, even though I was upset that Karrion lost his debut, I took time to think about it, and I was like, you know, WWE don't really care about wins and losses. Like, you could win, like, you could go on like a 5-match losing streak and then come back the next week and then you get like a title shot. Because that's the thing that I've always said. I've always looked at it as. I'm like, well, you should know wins and losses don't matter in WWE. Like, you could go on like a 10-match losing streak, and then the next week you could be in like a #1 contenders match for like the US title or Universal or WWE title. I hate when famous people passes away in this day and age. People will get on social media and act like their parents, sibling, or grandparent passed away. I mean, I can probably see why, because, you know, oh, this wrestler was a famous wrestler and he's gone. But, you know, most of the wrestlers that I've heard that passed away are either people I have no clue who they are, or I'm not really all that concerned. But anyway, it's time to turn our attention to the ring as Zelina Vega prepares for singles action against Scarlett. And also some wrestlers are like, and as I said with Eddie Guerrero, like some wrestlers, you know, some wrestlers may have looked up to them, like Sasha Banks and Peyton Royce, and them hearing Eddie Guerrero passing away would have been really bad to them. Oh, musicians and all that. Oh yeah, that I can agree with. And there she is, the gorgeous Zelina Vega. Man, doesn't she look great? Zelina Vega preparing to do battle with Scarlett. Everyone has a reason to be upset about things, Clark. Like, if it doesn't really concern you all that much, then it shouldn't really concern you. Scarlett reunited with her husband Karrion Kross. The old Scarlett has re-emerged. The crazy killer Scarlett. Yeah, this is the Scarlett that we have been waiting to see for a very long time. The killer Scarlett, the Scarlett that gave Alexa Bliss, you know, a hard time. The Scarlett that retired Sarah Logan. Zelina Vega has become Scarlett's new target, proclaiming that she loves beating up women who are gorgeous, and she calls Zelina Vega gorgeous, and she says that she loves hurting pretty faces. And look at Scarlett just pummel. Good Lord. Look at her just pummel Zelina Vega. Yeah, Karrion Kross and Scarlett. Oh, I've turned their sights to Zelina Vega and Aleister Black. Karrion and Scarlett are proclaiming, oh, there will be the dominant couple here on SmackDown. Zelina Vega in trouble. And now Zelina Vega grabs Scarlett into the submission, the Vega lock. Wrenching back into the Vega lock. Zelina Vega wrenching back into the Vega lock. And look at those knees right to the head. And look out. Oh. And now the fallen prey. Oh, look out, the fallen prey locked in on Vega. Fallen prey locked in on Vega, and Vega quickly taps out. Wow, Zelina Vega quickly taps out. A quick pace. That was a quick pace matchup, and Scarlett has made Zelina Vega fallen prey. A former drummer of Slipknot passed away, and I've seen a lot of people on Facebook act like it was their dad or brother that passed away. He was a musician. They were just a fan of his music. Okay, but maybe that could be why they were upset he passed away. Like, they really liked his music and they think it's sad. Like here's an example I can give you. Like, I'm not really big into music either. Like, I'm not a big musician myself, or I'm not really into music as much. But an Australian band by the name of AC/DC had a lead singer by the name of Bon Scott, and Bon Scott was like one of the biggest names in Australia because of his music in the band. Then he passed away, and they got a new lead singer taking over in his place. And people think AC/DC hasn't been the same since Bon Scott passed away. So, yeah. So people have looked at it as, oh, well, AC/DC haven't been the same since Bon Scott passed away. Because he is what made that band so successful. Bon Scott was actually Scottish, not Australian. That was very interesting. But AC/DC is an Australian band. Like, everyone knows them because of Australia, which I thought was very interesting. But that is the and Brian Johnson is also not Australian. He's British. Yeah, it's quite interesting. Yeah, I do find that interesting. Yeah, people do think Brian Johnson hasn't really, captured the magic that AC/DC once had. A lot of people say that Bon Scott is what made that band so successful. So I can see why people would be upset when a musician passed away. Maybe they think their music was so good and maybe now their music will never be captured again. But then at the same time, I could also say, well, if you really enjoyed that time of their music, you could just, buy the albums and go back and watch and listen to the music from their day. That could be another thing you could also do. But yes, I can definitely understand where they're coming from. Big E going one-on-one here with Johnny Gargano. Do you see Big E going for Lashley? Do you think WWE will screw it up? I do hope Big E. I do think Big E is going for Lashley, but I wouldn't be shocked if WWE screwed it up. Speaking of things that WWE are going to screw up, they have already screwed up the Queen of the Ring tournament, because it has been reported, and I hope it's not true, and I hope WWE don't do this. It's been reported that they're going to have the Queen of the Ring finals take place in Saudi Arabia. And I'm thinking, why would you do that? The Saudi people don't give a flying toss about women. They don't give a flying toss about women. They were anti-no women wrestling here in Saudi Arabia, and now you're gonna have, and you're gonna bring in this big tournament that matters so much to wrestling fans who've wanted a Queen of the Ring tournament, and you're just gonna stick it in Saudi Arabia. You're gonna have the finals take place in Saudi. You're going to have the finals take place there, yet the Saudi Arabians don't give a flying toss about the girls. Yes, Tony Storm is New Zealand. The Saudi Arabians don't care for the women. Like, they only allowed them there because I'm pretty sure Vince probably begged. I'm pretty sure Vince begged the Saudi government to allow their girls to wrestle. I don't buy for 1 second that Vince McMahon wants the girls to wrestle there. I think it's preposterous. I think it's absolutely stupid to have the girls wrestle there. It's a big middle finger. It's a big middle finger to all of us fans that wanted this. It's a big middle finger to everybody who wanted the tournament. And now we're all going to complain because they're like, oh, they put the tournament finals in Saudi Arabia, where Saudi Arabia doesn't give a shit about the girls. They didn't give a shit about Lacey Evans and Natalya. They didn't give a shit about Bayley and Naomi. Vince only had them there because, oh, we need to make history. Saudi Arabia have always been anti-no women wrestle here. So no, Sean, I am not, and I know, Sean, I am not allowing you to defend that garbage. I'm not accepting you defending the garbage and defending the bullshit of allowing women to wrestle in Saudi Arabia. I'm not accepting any defenses from this. It's absolutely stupid. Watch the tournament finals be Charlotte Flair versus Alexa Bliss anyway. And then they'll just have those two wrestle in Saudi just so then, so then that way we don't have to see it. Because Saudi is strict on women. Exactly! Saudi Arabia are strict with women. Why allow women wrestle there if they're not gonna, Oh, and a big massive splash to Gargano. I'm spending more time ranting than talking about this matchup. And it's over. Big E scores the win, but who the hell cares? Big E gets the win. But all I'm saying is that because the Saudi people, they're all about... Yeah, because Saudi people are all about the oldies. Because the Saudis are all about the oldies. That's why, Sean. That's why they want women from the 80s to come back. Because they're all about the oldies. They're all about the old days. I don't see any big names in the Queen of the Ring tournament. I do. I see Alexa Bliss being in it. That's probably where they'll do Alexa Bliss versus Eva Marie. That's probably where they'll have the match. Oh, it looks like Randy Orton has a challenger. Dominik Dijakovic has accepted the challenge to Randy Orton's open challenge. That one half of the SmackDown. Eva Marie. Yes, I know. Eva Marie. Don't get me wrong. Eva Marie is a stunning, gorgeous woman. She is a very gorgeous woman. Don't get me wrong. She is very beautiful. But I just wish she could wrestle better. I wish she could wrestle better and not worry about her looks. You can look pretty all you want, but if you're not good in the ring, you're not good in the ring. Eva did sell that super kick. Yeah, I will say her first bump returning, her first actual bump, wasn't too terrible. I'll admit it. Her selling that super kick wasn't too terrible. I feel like she takes away from the women's division. It's not the Divas division anymore. I can definitely agree with that. I just want her to improve and get better. That's all I want. That's all I want her to do. That's all we ask for Eva to do, is actually get better in the ring and improve. Actually wrestle. If she can actually prove that she can wrestle, then, we wouldn't hate on her as much. Well, here they come, the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, Dominik Dijakovic and Mace. It is Dominik Dijakovic who has accepted Randy Orton's United States Challenge. Man, oh man, can you imagine if Dominik Dijakovic wins the United States Championship? 2 belts Dominik. 2 belts Dominik, or 2 belts... Or 2 belts Dijak. Or hell, Dijak and Mace could be co-United States Champions. I mean, she was trained by Brian Kendrick. That says a lot. Brian wasn't really all that great of a wrestler either, so that kind of doesn't help her case. I think she's just too afraid. Yes, I rag on Alexa Bliss for being afraid. Yes, I rag on Alexa Bliss, and I sometimes say it looks like she's afraid to take bumps. But at least Alexa can actually take bumps and can sell. So, but with Eva, she just looks like she just doesn't even want to compete in the ring. Yeah, I rag on Alexa saying that she's afraid to take bumps, but at least she actually is willing to take bumps. While Eva, she looks like she just doesn't want to take a single bump. She doesn't want her pretty body getting messed up. Well, why the hell are you even a wrestler? If you want to compete in the WWE, you have to put your body on the line. You have to wrestle. You have to be ready to take bumps and take damage. You got to put your body through. You got to put your body through hell. Eva Marie's all like, "Oh no, not my. Oh no, not. Oh no, I don't want my nail broken. I don't want my pretty nail to get this. I don't want my pretty nail to be broken. Oh no, my nail. Not my nail." Eva just doesn't want to take one single hit. Well, at least she got some progress. She sold a super kick, so that's progress. If I were Vince McMahon, I would start telling her to wrestle. Here we go. Oh man. We saw the match. I didn't, but I saw the clip. Dominik Dijakovic, the big tough guy, former member of Retribution. Randy Orton remembers Dijakovic so well from his feud with Retribution when Mustafa Ali was in charge. Dominik Dijakovic, one half of the SmackDown Tag Team Champions. Crowd behind Randy Orton here. Yeah, crowd are single-handedly behind Randy Orton. Many have said here in Universe Mode, many have said that Randy Orton is under a Legends contract. Oh, but Randy Orton hasn't really confirmed anything. And now Dijakovic with these strikes to the face. Look at those powerful strikes from the big man. I mean, I liked the Eater of Worlds better for Bray, so if Bray does come back with that character, I guess I can live with it, because I did prefer his old character over the Fiend. If I had to pick a character, I'd definitely say the Eater of Worlds is definitely better than the Fiend. And Randy Orton continuing to pile up the offense here. Randy Orton in control of Dominik Dijakovic. Dijakovic in trouble here. And Dijakovic powering out. Randy Orton needs to stop showing off to the fans and continue to attack Dominik. Oh, wait a minute, Randy Orton with a roll up. Come on, ref, wakey wakey. And Dijakovic kicks out. And Dijakovic from behind. Dijakovic from behind. Yes, definitely. And Dijakovic looking for the choke slam. Oh, he's hit it. The choke slam to Randy. That could do it. New champion. No, it's not over. Especially his feud with Daniel Bryan. Yes. I'm the Eater of Worlds. I liked his and I also liked his feud with Randy Orton in 2016. That was their best feud. Oh man, what a boot to the face. The one they had the one they had this year definitely ruined how good their feuds were. Nothing will top what they did in 2016 and 2017. Oh, that's kind of silly. Oh man, what a kick right to the face. Dijakovic now in the corner. Dijakovic setting Randy Orton up. Oh, the big boot. That is how they won the tag team titles. That's how they won the tag team titles. That could do it. And Randy Orton kicks out again. Dijakovic with that massive boot right to the face. That was how they became SmackDown Tag Team Champions. He and Mace. Randy Orton now firing back. Oh man, Dijakovic reverses. Dijakovic going for that choke slam. Going for that choke slam. Oh man, hits it again. That's it for Randy. That's it for Randy. It's over. And Randy Orton kicks out again. Why would he use it on the tag team titles? He's not even in the tag team division. And oh man! And a kick out again. Man, if there's one thing we know about Dijakovic, he is a big, strong man. And RKO! Randy Orton, the Viper strikes with an RKO from out of nowhere. Randy Orton retains the United States title. RKO from out of nowhere. Dijakovic did not see it coming. And the Viper with another successful title defense. Great victory for Randy Orton, defeating Dominik Dijakovic. Thank you all so much for joining me for this edition of Universe Mode. Thank you for joining us. Good night.